Evening, folks. Well, the lighting's not as good out here as it could have been, but oh well. And I'm doing this intro after I've already done the build. And that explains why I really need a shower. Wanted to do something a little different today. And for those of you that, well, some of you know me, you may know me well enough to know that one thing I like to do more than anything else, my favorite hobby is fishing. And a couple times a year, we take a vacation. I go down to the coast, down off the beautiful beaches of North Carolina. And I've just bought a boat that's new to me, been getting it outfitted, planning to go down in about a month. And one thing I didn't have was a gaff hook. So I thought, why not? We're just gonna go old school and build a gaff hook. Now, it's not gonna be stainless steel. It's not gonna be fancy. I'm going old school as I can. I don't have any tarred hemp for rope, but I got some nylon. That's what we're going to use. We're going to use some just medium carbon 5/16 round steel for our hook. Let's see what we can do. Stick around, and thanks for watching in advance. Here I've got my handle, and I've scored a mark straight out, and I've used my stock to burn a groove into it. And here I've burned a hole right at the back of the groove, and you'll see what that's for in a minute. For our hook, we're just going to use a piece of 5/16 round. It's a medium carbon steel. Instead of a round point, I want kind of a three-sided point here. And I want it sharp on the back so it kind of cuts in instead of just poking a hole. So we're going to start off with trying to draw this down into a three-sided point. I want the point fairly long, and I want the third side to be on what's going to be the inside of the curve of the hook. So I can sharpen that into a sort of a cutting edge. Well, that'll do. Now we're going to work on the hook. Just going to use the horn of the anvil. Work it around until we're 4 inches. Almost there. Yep. Level everything back up, make sure it's flat. Too much, bend it back a little. Fiddle with, when you're bending hooks, you can fiddle with them until you get it the way you want. I believe that's going to suit me. So now I'm going to cut it off and draw a long tapered point on the other end. You'll see what that's for in a minute. Remember that hole I'd burned through my handle? This long tapered point's going to lock it in. Now I'm going to bend to 90, that tapered point, 90 degrees opposite of the hook. And I'll be putting that point through the hole I'd bored in the groove in the handle. I'm just burning it in hot. There we go. Sorry I don't have that centered right. So there it is. Fits right through the hole in the handle, and the groove locks the hook in line. It's nice and sharp. Drop that through and bend it over. Cool it off before it sets the handle on fire, and that'll act almost like a staple. Now that hook is locked in there, and it is not going anywhere. And that's this part pretty much done. Okay, we're in the house. finished up outside. It's set in there. It's sticking out a little bit on the naggle, but it's pretty solid. Before we do anything else, we're going to go for some safety. Put a little cork on there because I've already stuck myself on this thing once. Got a ragged old vice grip clamp. Just make sure it's nice and tight on the shaft. Yep, that's good. And we're going to wrap this with some 1/4 inch nylon. I think it's nylon, doesn't matter. It's pretty good. Doesn't stretch much. And that's what I was looking for, something that wouldn't stretch much. To start, I'm going to start here at the back. I'm going to go half the length of what I want my wrap to be. And I'm just going to start wrapping it on there. And I'll speed this up. Maybe. You can see as I'm wrapping down, that's securing the tag end. Keep it nice and tight. Okay, I'm only a few wraps from the end. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. So it's time to start thinking about finishing this off. So what I'm going to do is take a piece of paracord, lay it over here to make a loop. And just keep wrapping. I'd say that'll be enough. I'll take my tag in, go through the loop, and use the paracord. Well, there went the cork. Hopefully to pull this tag end back down through the wraps, and that'll secure it. So, don't really have a good angle to do this with the camera. Be right back with you. Okay, so pull the loop through. There's my tag end. That is really, really tight. I'm going to cut that. Now I'm just going to fuse this nylon here so it won't unravel. Now that nylon's pretty much welded to that next wrap. It's not going to come off. It's not bad for a first try. I believe it'll do just fine. Okay, well, we're done enough with that for today anyway. Done enough for anything I'm going to put on video. Sorry about the lighting in here. That's the best I can do right now. So, as you saw, we did get it wrapped on. Got a wine cork on the tip, just to keep from sticking myself again. Like I said, that's really good and tight. It's just to reinforce things. That hook was absolutely not going anywhere the way it was burned into the handle and fit into that groove. But that'll help reinforce it. I'm probably gonna, at some point, give this rope here a little coat of epoxy just to harden the outside. On the other end, I did go ahead and just do a short paracord wrap, and that's just so there's something to stop your hand from sliding off the end. That's not going anywhere. I'll give that a little epoxy coat too. A person could drill a hole through there and put a lanyard in if they wanted to. Not me. I don't want something looped around my hand like that. I'd rather be able to let it go than get it caught on something and be dragged over the side. But you do what you want to. Anyway, I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. I know it's a little something different. We'll get back to knife making here shortly. If you did like it, be sure and hit the like and subscribe button. Leave us a comment in the comment section. Let us know if there's something you'd like to see, and we'll try to make that happen. But till next time, thanks for watching. Have a good night, and God bless.